everybody, welcome back. Here is the playlist in which we write the Python programs from the practical list. In this video, we will discuss how to write the program to search a given element in the list or in the tuple. Alright then, let's try to understand the logic first before writing the program. Obviously, the first step is to take the input. Here we need to input a list elements. Let's consider list. The same logic will apply for the tuple too. To input list elements, we enclose input function in the eval function. We have already discussed this eval function in the previous video. To simply put, let's initialize one list with some random numbers. Let's take some 4 elements 11, 22, 33 and 44. In this way, the list is ready. Now what we need? Let's enter the search element which we are gonna search in the list. You can take the input using input function. Now tell me what will be the logic you will apply to search the element in the list. You will think we will iterate over the list and then we will compare the search element with each element of the list. But why to apply two different concepts if we can do it with one? How that is possible? Using if statement, we will use membership operator and we will search this element in the list. If this search element is present in list, then we are able to find the element in the list. Simply we will print the message that we found the element. And in the else part, we will print the element is not found. Isn't it simple? Let's write the code now. Alright, we are in the VS Code and here is the Python file. Let's close this Explorer and start writing the code. We need to enter the elements of the list. So let's take the name elements itself. We are enclosing the input function in the eval function, so that whatever we write, it will interpret as it is. Let's write the prompt, enter elements of the list. This is done. Now we need to enter the search element which we are gonna search in the list. So let's take the variable search element itself. Make sure that you are giving the meaningful name to the variables. Here is the prompt, enter element to search. In this way, input is ready. Now simply using if, we will search the element in the list. So if search element in elements, if we get it, we will print the message that we could find the element. So let's print the message with the print statement. I am using F string for formatting. The way you want, you can format it. Let's write the message. Here is the placeholder. The search element is found. If we couldn't find the search element in the list, then we will write the else part for that. Let's copy this message and modify it. Here I am gonna paste it and we will write is not found. With the hope that this will work out, let's execute and check it. Alright, let's enter the elements of the list. Some random elements I am gonna enter. Whatever you want, you can write it. 1 apple and 2 will be mango. Alright, let's press enter and enter the element that we need to search. I want to search the word apple in the list. You can see the output. We got this element in the list. Now let's execute the same program for the element which doesn't exist in the list. I am copying the same elements. Let's enter the fruit name which is not present. Look at the output. This is also working fine. But you know what's the problem with this program? Let me execute and show it. I am going to paste the same elements of the list. Let's press enter. Now I want to search the numeric value or the digit which is present in the list, that is 1. Look at the output. Though 1 is present in the list, we are getting the message that 1 is not found. Why this is so? Let's try to understand. When we are taking input for the search element, we have used input function. You know that input function converts the input into string. We are trying to find out the string 1 in the list. But according to our list, we have one which is not a string. So string 1 and the numeric one is different. That's why we are getting the message that this element is not found in the list. For that, what we should do? If we will enter any digit in the input, that we need to convert into integer. Here we are keeping the program simple, that's why we are checking for integer. If you want to modify the program for the float, you can go ahead with it. Now let's do some changes in the same program. Before checking the search element in the list, we will check whether it is a digit. If it is a digit, we will convert it to integer. For that, we need one if statement. If search element is digit. You know, isDigit is a method which we can apply on the string, and when we take the input, ultimately search element is nothing but a string. So let's check whether it is a digit or not. If it is a digit, then we will convert it to integer. Now the search element will be the integer version of the search element. The problem will get resolved. If it is a digit, it will convert to integer. If we are entering 1, it will get converted to string because of input function. Then the control will come here. Yes, it is a digit. Then it will get converted to integer. Then now input is not string. It got converted to integer. Integer 1 is present in the list. So we will get the message 1 is found. Let's execute and check the output. Same input I am gonna paste here. Let's enter the search element now. It will be obviously 1 because we need to check whether we can search the numeric value or not. Let's press enter and check the output. Wow, we got the required output. The 1 is found. You don't feel this message is perfect? We can change it. We can write here the element is found. Here also same thing you can do it. Then the output will be fine. Even if you want to find out the index, that also you can do. For that you can use the index method. Let me show you that. We can change the message and write at index. Here is the placeholder. The name of the list is elements. So let's write the name of the list dot index. And in bracket we need to write the search element. Let's once again execute the program and check the output. Let's copy the same input so that we can paste it here instead of typing every time. Let me shift this up. This time we will check for 2. Now look at the output. It looks perfectly fine. Oh my god, both are 2. Don't get confused. This is the element 2 and the index is also 2. 0, 1, 2. If you are getting confused, let's execute this once again. I am going to paste the same input. Now let's check for 1. I think now the output will be clear to you. The element 1 is found at the index 0. In the same way, change this message too. Alright, hope you understood that program. If you want to change something in it, you can do it. There can be different ways to write same program. So if you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. In the next video, we are gonna discuss the last program of the practical list, in which we need to create dictionary and display the name of the students who have scored marks more than 75. So until next time, stay curious, stay healthy. I will see you in the next video.